In this video, I'm going to show you how to install the spare tire if you have a flat tire, and this is the one that's provided with the vehicle in the trunk of the car, how to raise this Altima and support it correctly if you're on jack and jack stands or even on a lift, and lastly, if you need any parts, check us out at oneauto.com. Let's get started. Open the trunk and lift up the bottom. Underneath, you'll find your spare tire tools. Remove the lug wrench, remove the jack, set those aside, and lift up this styrofoam piece. And down here, you'll find your spare tire, which you can unscrew using this plastic handle. With that out, you can remove the spare tire. It's not a good idea to put the spare tire on the front of a vehicle, so I'm going to show you how to do this on the rear, and if you had a flat on the front, you would then take the good rear tire and put it on the front, because with a much narrower spare tire on the front, you lose a lot of braking and cornering abilities, so it can be a safety concern. Using the lug wrench, break the lug nuts free with the vehicle still on the ground, otherwise the wheel's just going to spin, and that actually might also rock the vehicle too much to where it falls off the jack. Okay, now remember, you're not taking these off, you're just breaking them free. If you don't have enough strength, you can use your leg and gently step on the handle. That should help you get some leverage on it. With all 5 broken loose, we'll remove this, and this is actually also going to be the handle we'll use to raise up the jack, so let's do that. Place the jack underneath the vehicle, and you'll see that both on the front and the rear, underneath the doors, you'll find these 2 little cutouts. That's where the manufacturer indicates that they want you to put the jack. Make sure you're on a sturdy, flat, level surface when you do this so that the jack can press up against something that isn't going to sink or slip. Now insert the same tool you used to remove the tire, and crank this up till you lift the tire off the ground. You want to be about 1 inch off the ground with the tire. That gives you plenty of room to remove it. That should be plenty right there. Remove this so we can finish removing the lug nuts. At any point while you're doing this, stand clear of the vehicle just in case it rolls off the jack. Remove the wheel, take the spare tire, lift it up onto the lug studs. Once you fit it on there, put the lug nuts back on, and I'm going to hand tighten this one all the way so that it can hold it on for me. Also at this point, if the vehicle happens to fall from being rocked back and forth, or if the jack slips, at least the tire or the wheel won't fall off. This lug stud is more likely to hold it on than if you didn't have anything on here. We're going to bottom these all out. Now I'll take the tool that I used to remove the lug nuts, and I'm going to give them a quick snug. I have my parking brake set and the vehicle is in park. However, I don't want to rock it too much, so all I'm going to do is turn them, give them a little extra. I don't want that jack moving. I just want these snug so I can put a little bit of pressure on this wheel and lower the jack so I can then finalize the tightness of my lug nuts. I'm going to go in a cross pattern that gives the wheel the best chance it has of sitting flat up against the hub. Okay, those are snugged up. Let's lower the vehicle until the wheel touches the ground. Now with a little bit of pressure on the wheel, let's tighten these up as much as we can. The torque is 83 foot-pounds, but obviously you're not going to have anything that'll torque them. So just do your best to tighten these up. Now let's finish removing our jack. Now if your flat was on the front, you would take the good wheel and tire, put that on the front, take your flat and put it in the trunk, as well as your tools, so you can have the tire correctly replaced or repaired. If you wanted to raise and support the rear of the vehicle on jack and jack stands, roll the jack underneath the center of the rear of the vehicle. In the center of the rear subframe, you'll be able to place your jack and safely lift the vehicle up. At the back of the vehicle, you have two options for jack stands. One is right here on the pinch rail where these two divots are, exactly where we also place the vehicle's jack. You'd raise the jack stands up to the desired height on both sides. They need to be equal. You can also use the area right behind it where these holes are. Underneath that, it is reinforced, so you could place the jack stand like that and lower the vehicle on it if needed. I'm going to choose to go right here. And with that done on both sides, I can lower the vehicle on the jack stands. Go slow. Let it settle, and always double check it. I prefer to also leave the jack with the tiniest bit of pressure on it, just as an extra layer of safety. And once I'm done with my repair, I'm going to lift this back up, remove the jack stands, and lower the vehicle. In the front, you'll find that right below the radiator, there's a cutout in this shield. That's where you want to place the jack. It's the center point of the front subframe. And raise it up a few inches off the ground or as far as you need to. In the front, it's the same story. You're going to use the jack stands right on the pinch rails here. Get them all the way up till they touch the body of the vehicle. Now the only difference in the front is you can also go right here or on the unibody rails right there. If your jack stands are on the shorter side like these, the lower you put the top of it, the more sturdy it's going to be, so pick your spot accordingly. But whatever you do it on both sides exactly the same. Once you've positioned it, lower the jack. And once you're done with your repair, lift this up and remove your stands. With the stands out, lower the vehicle. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you have anything to add, leave it in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to check us out at 1A Auto for any car parts that you might need. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you can stay up to date with all of our latest content. Thanks for watching.